Road victory in Atlanta last week?
Oh, they're all the same, man. 3 points is incredible. Obviously, and I think the biggest takeaway from both games is one. Obviously, we're on the road. We're playing with a 2-goal lead to start the second half, and obviously we didn't have a lot of the ball, but the guys defended really well. This game, we're at home. I think we pushed it from minute one. That was a big objective, and the other part was really controlling the game with the ball. And I think we did a fantastic job of that. Created numerous opportunities, but it took a wonder strike from Stijn to seal it off. But I think overall, both performances are fantastic, and the game of soccer will never give you the same game back to back or within a season, and you got to really navigate the moments. And I think with our group, the amount of time we've spent on game management and managing moments has been really intentional, and the guys are executing at a really, really high level.
And then what did you see from Stijn during training this week that made you trust him for that late game winner?
Well, I think, again, it's always a tough thing when bringing players into a group that's on a good run. Obviously, we brought Stijn here because he's got some amazing qualities to help our group, and we definitely want to give him minutes. But it's really hard when the team's playing and they're in a good run of form. But again, I think that's what's special about our group is that everyone is selfless, everyone understands, everyone knows that it's a long season, and when called upon, the guys that came in the game did an exceptional job of changing the face of the game. Diego Luna, Stijn, Victor, they did a really good job, and I think that's really, really important for this game, but also for our season, and to have the kind of quality and the belief that we have coming into games definitely, puts us in a great position moving forward.
Yeah, and then with that, with Diego Luna and Victor returning from injury, how do you manage the good problem of roster depth overall?
Yeah, I think that's always like you said, it's a good problem and one that I think it's more art than science. There's not a set way of doing it. It's more of a feel, and I think when you're in a good run of form, it buys you more time. You're not putting the players in positions where they'll extend themselves because we need them now. It allows us to kind of navigate these moments, and then it just becomes, I think matchups are really important, but continuity within the group and how the players play with their teammates will be a factor in that as well. So. Again, just really, really excited to get Stijn some minutes, Diego back in with the group, Victor back in the group, and we'll see in the next week how we progress with those decisions.
Hey Pablo, congrats on the win again. Picking back of that, seems like this team has a little bit of magic this early in the season. You have returning players for injury, you have young stars making a name for themselves, you have debuts tonight. Do you feel like something special? You're building something special with this group this far?
That's what I feel. I think a lot of people watch the game with their eyes, and what I said to the guys is, I've been in this league for, it's like almost 30 years, and for me, I've been a part of some winning teams, and more than what you see on the field, it's a feeling in the locker room. It's a feel, right? And so when these young guys get their opportunities and they take it, because the experienced players support them, because they believe in the project. And then you have, experienced guys like Diego and Victor coming back into the team from injury, and the team doesn't miss a beat. That's what's special, and I think that's what will allow us to be a very good team in the difficult West. It's a dogfight every week, but when you have a group like this, there is a bit of magic to the group, and it's more about the character and the quality of the players that we have in the locker room.
Now we're going off of that with a 3-1 record right now on the road, winning 3 games, 1 loss. What do you feel the team identity is starting to look like through the first few matches?
I think that we're a dynamic team in the attack. I think our attacking transition was something that we wanted to be deliberate about this year, and the profile player, in particular, Juan Sanabria, Gozo as a wingback, and Morgan were really intentional to really improve that phase of our game. We've scored quite a few goals already this year in transition. The other thing is we have a good blend, for me, of verticality, but also today you saw a group that can control the game with the ball, right, and be patient and look for moments to break teams down. And then I think defensively, there hasn't been one moment in any game where anyone's quit on a play. And when you have those three things, it's pretty much soccer. I mean, those are the three phases you have to be elite at. And you can talk about defending transition, which is what I'm saying is, guys, whether you're the 9 or the 10s, you get back and defend as a group and make it really difficult for teams. So when you have all those phases, the commitment in those phases, you become a pretty good team.
So stats will lose to the human spirit every day. That's something you've said in the past. And how have you been the shepherd to find your players' human spirit or inner man?
Yeah, no, I think this was a collective effort with front office and identifying areas that we wanted to improve upon on the field. But I think the biggest thing that everyone championed in the offseason was we want character people in the building. And when you have character people that are, and we're not talking about soccer here, we're not talking about the technique and the tactical understanding and good 1v1, we're not talking about any of that. And we were able to, and this is what makes me the most excited, is really just nail character and quality. And when you have that, you will overcome the stats. In moments where, and maybe in Atlanta we didn't win the stat game, but we won the soccer game because we have character people in the building.
Hey, Pablo. Congratulations on the win.
Thanks, man.
Can you tell us what you saw on their goal, another free kick goal?
Yeah, again, I think this, just going into this game, Austin are a really good set-piece team. And again, I think it happened our last home game against Seattle that we were able to, I think, nick off the line in the first half where they overload our back post, right? And so I think the onus, it's tough because Gozo is the back post guy. And what we need from that position is more communication to the rest of the line to scoot the line back and have more players in positions to win the first contact. So ideally you want to obviously defend the middle of the goal, but when most of their players are on the back, the back will be the middle in about 2 seconds after the ball is kicked. And so we just have to do a better job of communicating and organizing that on those plays, because teams will now, obviously, if we've given up 2 really big chances on a wide free kick, and so we just got to do a better job and continue to help Gozo along in that phase. He's doing a fantastic job, but it might be a little bit too much to put that on him, and we got to make sure that guys like Jay Glad and Hoffa are really pulling the rope on that part to make sure that we're organized in a way that puts us in the best position to win that first contact.
And then last one for me, this was kind of our first chance to see Morgan for a full 90 for those of us who were here. And one of the things that surprised me or pleasantly surprised me was his defensive work rate. Mm-hmm. Is that something that you've talked to him about, or is that just the player as he comes out of the box?
I think he comes out of the box like that. And when we talk about character, it's really unique to have a player that makes such a difference on the attacking side of the ball that's committed to work for the team as a high-profile player. That usually you come to MLS, and if you're a big-time attacker, that's all you do. But what we explained to him about our club is that everyone has to work for the team. And he just does an amazing job of combining, getting shots off. And Stuver had a great game tonight, pulled one off. He had one on with his head that he knocked off. But just his ability to influence the attack is so great for us. But then also the defensive part. And when you have guys of his stature and what he's been able to do in his career, do the dogged work defensively, everyone else gets in line and does the same type of work for each other.
DJ? There's one close by.
Here we go.
Can you talk about Caliscan popped up in a really unusual position to help create that first goal? Can you talk about what you've advised guys and the freedom you give guys? Because a defensive midfielder, 3 steps from the end line is pretty unusual.
Yeah, no. Again, I think I think Noel Caliscan is one of the most underrated midfielders in this league. For our team, he is not only the metronome with the ball, but defensively just really solid, great communicator. And that was he identified the moment. One of the things that we talked about against teams that want to come in and sit deep is we have to consistently threaten the back line with runs. And you might not get it, but you're moving their whole back line towards the run. Well, then when we circulate the ball, there's going to be another run. And so this is a big aspect of our final third attack that we've been deliberate in. That was Noel Caliscan identifying the moment. It wasn't something that we say, Noel, we want you to get forward. No, but we want somebody to go forward. And so his level of soccer understanding continues to impress me. And that play, he conjured on his own.
You've told us you're not results-based several thousand times. Some of us are starting to believe that. So I'm curious how you judge the attack tonight. 2 goals is not an outstanding number, but given the quality of the saves that Stuver turned in, were you happy with what the attack was generating, even though it's easier to say that after you score 4 goals or something?
Yeah, no, I was really happy. And I think, again, there's just going back to last year, I just felt like we were east to west, especially when teams were in a low block. And it's not what the game's meant to be. You go east to west to go north. And I think that's the difference with our group this year. And in order to go north, you need to have sacrificial runs behind the defense. Whereas last year everyone was trying to get on the ball. And so then and the games against Minnesota last year stand out where it was easy for them. But now we have selfless people. It goes back to the character shout. Guys that are willing to run for each other, whether it's Morgan, whether it's Diego Luna, whether it's Sanabria, whether it's Gozo, whether it's Aiden, whether it's Sergi, whether it's Victor. These guys are all running for each other. And what it just does is it opens up high-quality chances. And unfortunately tonight we ran into a goalkeeper that was standing on his head. So I think, in the first 4 games, the last 3 in particular, we've created some really, really good opportunities, and we'll continue to build on that. And that's an area that decides the results, along with our shape behind the ball. And Jay Glad was exceptional tonight. He's been huge in every game. And I think the ball he played into Stein for the assist was case in point. He played simple. He defended really well, and has been a stalwart in the back line.
You've had to play a lot of guys who most of us probably didn't have penciled in the starting 11, and you've talked about a lot of them. Could you talk about Philip Quinton and what you think he's done in these last 3 games where he's had to start them all and you've won them all, and it's a back 3 and he's on an island at times?
Yeah, no, and he's done a really good job, and again he's been tasked with really communicating with Gozo in a new position as well. So it's not just Philip Quinton playing his position, but really keeping a tight line and communicating to Gozo when he's going to release and when to hold him back. And so it hasn't been just as simple as Phil, go out there and do your job. He's been doing multiple jobs. And so this is reminiscent of 2024 when we got Phil from Columbus. He stepped in, did a fantastic job, and was one of the more important center backs in our group to end that season. And obviously last year was a bit up and down. We've had quite a few conversations, and the thing is, you just have to be ready when your name is called. And I'd say Philip Quinton has risen to the challenge, done an exceptional job. I think he's got 2 assists on the season as well with Gozo, linking up with Goz, and so that tandem seems to be working really well.
And then we got to see Diego and Victor take the field for the first time this season. Was there a cap to their limits that the training staff was giving them for going into this game?
Well, yeah, I mean there was, and if you ask Diego Luna, he'd probably be capped at like 75. And the truth is, Luna trained essentially 2 times last week after 3 or 4 weeks of not being in the group. But he's a gamer, right? And so 2 things: one, this is a really, really important year for Diego and for us, and we want to make sure we bring him along in a way we're not throwing him out and straining his ability to open up, right? So, he was limited on Tuesday. He trained full Wednesday. Thursday's light. Friday's lighter than light. And so he really had one training day this week. And so I think, moving forward, we'll see how he does. But, both of those guys were kind of capped at like 20 minutes. And again, I think from a physical perspective, they did a really good job. And the fact that we were able to win the game, they came in and debuted for the season and didn't get hurt it was really high level from our performance staff and coaching staff.
And then seeing them take the field with Morgan Guilavogui and with Gozo and with Sanabria for the first time, seeing that matchup, what stood out to you from your perspective as head coach in their performance tonight?
Yeah, well, I think Victor's a handful up front, and he's always threatening the back line, and I think when you have that, I think Sergi played a really good game as well. But now when they see Victor coming in, if I was them, I'd be really nervous. And then you bring in Diego Luna, who is exceptional between the lines, and his combination play is great with Morgan. And so the last time we saw that group was our last preseason game against LA Galaxy, and I was giddy after that game because it is vertical, it is powerful, it is quality, combination play. I mean, you get a little bit of everything with that front five. So again, these are early days for those two guys, but I think once the group gets settled in, we're not only going to have a really, really powerful attack, but we also have guys that can come in where the level won't drop, which is something we haven't had in a long time.
And then with a very deep roster, as we've talked about a lot, is there anybody in particular who's given you a bit of a selection headache?
I'd say all of them, all of them, and that's why I keep going back to the character piece, because if this is about you, then it becomes more difficult for us. But everyone understands, like, if you're playing well, you'll keep playing, and if I have to make some decisions, I know that the guys who were playing that maybe aren't starting will come in and do great for the team. And so, like I said earlier, this is the most selfless group with the most quality that I've been a part of.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's go to Trevor and wrap it up.
Hey, Pablo, just one question for you. We're 4 games in. It's still early, but we haven't had a clean sheet yet this season. But with 3 wins, is that how high on the priority list, I guess, is it clean up the defense on this team?
Again, I think you go back to the Seattle game, and that was a set piece. Tonight was a set piece. I think in the run of play, we've actually been pretty solid. The Atlanta game, obviously, the 2 goals that we conceded there were in the run of play. So I think here's the good thing is that one phase of the game is really, really good, and that's our attack and finding ways to score goals. There's always going to be something to work on. It's never going to be perfect, and that's why we spend so much time with managing games, right? So Vancouver, we were down, we went man-to-man, created a couple opportunities at the end. These other games, the last 2 games, we had leads, and we had to learn as a team to manage them, because it's not always going to be perfect, right? And so we got to control what we can. And I think in this game, we were down 1 and kept our foot on it, and then we went up 1, and the guys just saw the last 5 minutes out in a really, really good way. So when things aren't going to be as clean as far as shutouts or goal scoring, we've got to be elite at managing games depending on the game state.
Thanks, Pablo.
Good. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
All right, we're going to have Morgan next, I think, and then Stijn.
Recording in progress.
Trey, can I ask you a question?
Yep.
Stijn scored like 8 minutes-ish after his debut.
I think it was 7 or 8, yeah.
Is that the fastest in club history from debut to goal?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Wiki Trey.
Shout Richie Kasha had the fastest red card after coming on. I remember that. I'd have to probably look it up. Because Chicho scored in his debut, but it wasn't that quick. Yeah, give me a minute. I might need these top 5. I might need to go grab my laptop.
Okay.
I'm gonna go top 5 list. But by my calculations, it was 7 minutes, 4 touches, and 1 game winner first time. So.
He's ready.
It'll take longer, but we can do it.
Okay, let me ask.
Yeah, come on in and sit down. Michelle, will you put your chair up here?
Hi everyone. It's okay?
I think Stijn is going to come do it with you.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We'll just do Morgan.
Okay. Yeah. I can wait him, huh? If you want.
Huh?
I can wait, huh?
No.
No? Okay.
Maddie, go ahead, Jimmy.
Hey man, congrats on the win.
Thank you.
After settling down in Utah, couple first home game, your first time going 90 minutes. How are you feeling physically? How are your teammates helping you adapt to this system?
Yeah, the team helped me too much. I need to take automatism with all of the team. We did a great job. Now it's my first 90 minutes. I'm feeling better game after game, and I'm very happy for the team for this performance.
We've seen your player. You're this type of player that just goes up and down the field. Is that something that you develop yourself? Is that something that the coaches kind of ask of you to drop back and help in defense and then go up and attack as well?
The both. The coach say this. We are a team. We need to attack together and defend together. Everyone do a great job like this, and I think if we want to win a lot of games, we need to do this. Thank you.
Morgan, congrats on the win. Going into halftime, tied 1-1. What was the talk from Pablo going into the second half?
The coach spoke, but the most important is the player. When we come back on the halftime, you have a little bit, I don't know if I can say, it's a bit hungry. We have a good quality, and you don't deserve the draw at the halftime. We know you need to push for win this game in second half. And the coach said the same thing. We talk in the same way to keep together, to be patient, because we have a lot of opportunity to score, and Stijn did a great job.
And then we saw about 10 minutes or so playing with Diego and Victor. How was it playing with them, and how excited are you to have those two players back on the squad?
They are a good player, and you need everyone. And when we have the player like Diego or Victor, he come back on the team. This is perfect for everyone and push everyone at the top. And you can saw the result. At the end of the game, we win.
Morgan, welcome. What was the attraction for you to come to a place like Real Salt Lake?
I spoke with Salt Lake maybe 1 year and a half. I play in France all of my life, but when they come, I have one opportunity to go to Germany. Germany, I would like to see another country, another culture. And they are close to my hometown, Germany, it's close to France. And every time I would like to leave France, but I don't have the opportunity. MLS, I have a lot of friends play in MLS. And, 2 years ago, I was a little bit scared because it was long. But when I spoke with the coach and the sporting director, he explained me the plan for me and for the team. And when I saw this, I said this is a good opportunity for me at my age, and this is a very good decision, and I'm very happy to be here.
And how's the transition been? What's it like transitioning to a place that Utah has not ever been confused as anything like France. So how is the transition into a different kind of culture here?
I think I don't understand everything what you say. You can repeat, please? Sorry.
Utah has never been, it's not like France in any way, in a lot of ways. So how has that transition been coming here and in a different culture that's a lot different than France?
Yeah, it's a little bit strange because my hometown, it's like the same like Utah. You have the city down and just behind, but it's not the same mountain. It's small, but we have the same. We have my hometown is Toulon. You know, you have the city, and just behind you can see the mountain. It's like the same for me, but more bigger and more beautiful. And there I find a lot of good people with a good mentality, and I feel very good, and my family too. And I'm very happy to be there. Thanks.
Hey, Morgan, congratulations on the win, brother.
Thanks.
How are you finding the physicality in this league compared to Bundesliga or playing in France?
It's different to France, but it's like a little bit same like Germany. We have a lot of space. We need to run more. In France, it's more closer. We don't run too much, but there we have a lot of intensity, long run, and for my quality, it's better to play in this league or, yeah, it's better for me here.
What does it say to you about the mentality of your team now, Real Salt Lake, down a goal to come back and tie it, and then to keep fighting until the very end to get the winning goal at home?
Every club where I came, it's like the same mentality. Everybody run behind the ball. Everybody defend, attack together, and I find the same mentality like in France or in Germany, and I like this. You know, you are like a family. Everybody is happy to play with everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks.
What is your favorite way to score? Like, if you had control, like, what is your style of scoring that you would say?
Sorry, what do you mean?
Like, scoring, like, do you want to take a shot outside the box? Do you want to dribble more? What's your style?
In the box. I'm better inside the box, but I don't have the result now. I have a lot of opportunity, but sometimes he miss just something. He miss just one goal, and after I know I can score goal. But I'm very happy because the team win. I can help everyone, but I can score, of course. But I like give the ball for my partner.
Right on.
Congrats on the win.
Thanks.
In the first half, there was a little bit of frustration there. How do you take that frustration that you were feeling with the yellow card and everything, and then take that and fuel it into a pretty dominant performance in the second half?
Yeah, you know, sometimes you have a lot of frustration. You know, we lose, we take a goal, but I think we don't deserve to take this goal. But we come back on the game. You know, sometimes when we are tired, you do something stupid. But the most important is when you come back to be calm, and you know, after the game we win, and this is perfect for everyone.
Thank you.
You and Sanabria seem to have good chemistry, and you combine easily. Can you explain why that is? What does he have that really works with your game?
Sorry, you can repeat, please?
You seem to combine very well with Sanabria, and I'm wondering what it is about him and what it is about you that works so well together.
Yeah, because I think we understand the same football. You know, sometimes you don't need to. Sanabria speak Spanish, I speak French, and my English is a little bit complicated. The same for him. But you know, football sometimes you don't need to talk, just we see, and when we train, you know, it's easier because you understand. So we don't need to talk. You know, it's. I don't know. I can explain. This is yeah, like this. Yeah. Thank you.
Anybody else for Morgan? Go ahead, Willie.
Okay. You say you speak Spanish, huh?
Who?
You?
No, Sanabria
No, okay,
speak Spanish.
okay.
But un poquito.
It's
Sí.
okay.
Yo puedo hablar español tú.
No, it's okay.
También.
It's okay. It's okay. So, what was the feelings in the last minute? Do you guys started the score is gonna come to win the game? Because that was really kind of really stressed. You guys was doing really fast everything since the start of the second half.
Yeah, I don't know if I understand everything what you say, but you think when the substitute come inside, he give much energy, he make more power, and we know the team was tired, and we need to push them at the fall, and Spierings go straight and shoot long shot. This is perfect, and we win this game.
That's it.
Anybody else?
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Morgan.
Perfect.
Thank you, Morgan.
Thank you so much. Have a good
Welcome
night.
to Utah.
Thank you.
Bienvenue.
See you.
Bonne nuit.
Bye-bye.
Bienvenue. Good night.
Saying happy birthday. So we get from 7th grade through John
Not all of us gonna be like how much do I remember? Nothing.
Stein's birthday was also this week. He might remember a little more than that.
You gotta bring
You gotta get it out.
If he's hoarse, I'll put.
I just think that, I know you're probably busy, but
I'll have you on speaker.
Good choice.
Enjoy the days off. Thank you.
So, Kyle, thanks for the text. DJ, you want to lead us off? We'll go DJ, then Sean, then Giles, then Maddie, then anybody else over here that wants to go.
Could you take us through the game-winning goal and explain how that happened and how you saw that play out?
Yeah, I got the ball from Jay, perfect speed, and the ball comes, and I don't know. Also, before I came on, in my head I had that I want to shoot. So it was in my mind, and when the ball comes, I was like, yeah, just give it a shot, and yeah, I hit it well, and yeah, it went in perfectly.
What's the biggest adjustment to playing in Major League Soccer and joining Real Salt Lake?
First of all, of course, the distance from home is different than what I'm used to. To be honest, I can't really say a lot about playing in MLS yet, because yeah, it was my first 10 minutes so far, but I feel like the level of the group is very good, and yeah, I'm positive. Like, it's very positive the first couple weeks, and the level is very good. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this season, and I feel like I don't really know the strength of all the other teams, but I feel like if I see our team, yeah, it's very positive. Everything is very positive.
What made you decide to come to Major League Soccer?
When I was younger, I think it was always, I wouldn't say a dream, but I was always like interested by the States, and yeah, when this chance came, it was actually quite easy, and me and my family, we wanted to take the opportunity, and yeah, that's why we're here.
What are the strengths of your game? What do you think you bring to the club?
I think I'm strong with the ball, and I know how to play the game from right to the left and left to the right. I don't lose a lot of balls normally, and I'm also good in winning duels and winning balls, and try to play forward. And I see myself as a team player as well, and try to make my teammates look better. And yeah.
Had you had any friends come to Major League Soccer? Do you know people who told you a little about the league and helped encourage you to come, or it's all brand new and you're just figuring it out?
There's actually one guy, Gavin Beavers. I played with him in Denmark, and before I came here, I spoke to him, and he was very, very, very positive. So yeah, that's the only guy I really spoke that has been here about the move. So yeah, he was very positive, and yeah, what I said, the choice was not very, very difficult for me.
Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you.
Before you subbed on, it sounds like you manifested your goal in a lot of ways. Do you believe in manifesting kind of before you play?
That's a great question actually, because I do believe in these kind of things, and I feel like if you say these things before, like, it can happen in many situations in your personal life as well as in football life, and so yeah, I do think it works, because I feel like if I didn't say this to myself, I don't think I would take the shots, and I will never be the match winner. So yeah, I guess I have to believe in it.
Yeah, I like that. I like that answer a lot. Your game, what is it about your game that seems to fit Real Salt Lake so well?
I think it's hard to say for now, because it's also my first game, but what I can say is that I feel very welcome here, and I feel there's a lot of good vibes around the club and around the team, and that's something I think that's for me number one, that I feel welcome, that I'm happy, that my family is happy. If I feel happy, then I think it can be a good fit, and for now the first couple of weeks have been amazing for me and my family, so I think that's a great start, and from there we can build.
Welcome to Wasatch.
Did you and Morgan both agree this is the most welcoming situation you guys have ever had in your travels in your careers? Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. And yeah, I've been in this is my fourth country outside the Netherlands where I'm from, and yeah, maybe it's also the language that's easier, but yeah, I've been in France, for example, and yeah, I don't want to talk bad about France, but yeah, it's a big difference.
Walk us through the emotions that you experienced coming in with your debut and then getting a match-winning goal. Just curious what that felt like for you.
Yeah, it was just a great feeling, and during the second half, I was like, "Come on, bring me on!" You know, I wanted to play, and I want to have fun on the pitch with my teammates. So yeah, when I finally came on, yeah, I could enjoy the first couple of minutes, and I think the stadium and the fans are nice as well. I think it's just for now everything is just very good.
And you play a very different midfield type of game than what we're used to seeing from Real Salt Lake. How do you feel like that gives you an advantage, and how do you combine well with the back three moving up into the attacking third?
I don't try to compare myself to the other players. I think every individual has his own qualities and can add something else to the team. So yeah, I don't know if I'm very different than other players, but I feel like I just try to do my best, and I try to play as good as I can, and then yeah, that's all I can do. So yeah, I don't want to compare myself to anybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Stijn.
Hi.
So I've seen you hit those cannon shots in training before, but that was quite a dramatic way for you to introduce yourself to the home fans here. How did it feel when you saw the ball hit the net and the stadium erupted?
Yeah, I felt like the moment I hit the ball, then you just know it's going in, and then I think the moment between that you hit the ball and it goes into the net, it felt like it took 10 seconds or something. So I was enjoying this moment, I think maybe even more than after. So yeah, I think it's a very good way to start, and I wouldn't, maybe I put the standard very high for myself now that I score in my debut, but I'm not known of scoring a lot of goals a season, but if I can add a couple goals per season, that would be great.
And then how did it feel for you to plant the flag in front of the home fans and have them thank you for that goal?
Yeah, that was new to me, but I do like it, and yeah, hopefully I can do it a couple more times.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
How difficult was it to find the rhythm of the game coming off the bench in such a high intensity match tonight?
Yeah, it is difficult. Also, it's been a long time since I've played some minutes. So also the first couple of weeks was for me really about adaptation and getting used to the level and getting used to the training sessions. And I felt like I was more ready today than I was last week, for example. And I hope from now on I can only go forward. So I don't know if I was ready for more minutes, but yeah, I think 10 minutes was fine today.
And then when Austin took the early lead in the game, what was the vibe like on the bench for you guys?
Yeah, on the bench, I felt like we really tried to make the play, and we tried to play forward, and we tried to play very positive. Where in my opinion, I felt that Austin really tried to slow down the game and try to, with every set piece they took, between 30 seconds and a minute, I think. So I think the only team that really wanted to win today was us. That was how I saw it from the bench, and then they score out of a set piece. But I think it says a lot about this group and about the team, how strong we are, that we just keep going and take the win. So when they scored, I felt like we still gonna win.
And last question for me: you played in some high-pressure European leagues. How does this atmosphere at America First Field compare to those?
About the stadium, you mean? I think it's a bit different, but I do like it a lot. I think it was, from what I've seen from the bench, it looked sold out. So I think I liked it. It's a good atmosphere. Everybody is very positive and happy. So I think that's what football is all about. That people are happy, and that's what have seen today. So
welcome. Are you a little worried you set the bar too high now that you've scored 10 minutes into your first first minutes in Salt Lake?
Yeah, well, I think I mentioned it just before. Maybe yes and maybe no, because I know myself and I know it's not really part of my game to score a lot of goals. So I don't know if maybe for people outside, maybe now they're gonna think I'm gonna do this every week. But I know myself, and I can tell you that this will not happen every week.
Has anything, or what has surprised you coming to Major League Soccer, playing through Real Salt Lake? Have you had any surprises with the style of play, the quality of play? Anything surprise you?
No, I think football is, I will say football. Football is football, and what I mentioned before as well. I think the quality of the team is very good. I think we have a lot of great young talents. So I think it's what I said. Everything is very, very positive, and there are some young guys with a great future ahead of them. I've seen that already in the first couple of weeks, and can't wait to see them grow more and more this season.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry. Hey man, congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Thanks for that. In that moment, you talk about when you saw that, you knew you wanted to shoot it, and you know that it was going in, manifestation. My question is, how were those moments where you weren't allowed to play? Were you manifesting come, please, let me be in the field as soon as possible? Or how did that work out for you? Were you anxious to start again in the game?
You mean about today or about
no,
last week? Or
obviously you've been here for a minute, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you have to miss a couple games.
Yeah.
Were you anxious for those games? What was your mind watching those games?
No, the first week I felt like I wasn't ready yet, so I knew I needed some more sessions. And then last week, I think I could play also a couple minutes, but the coach I think thought I wasn't ready yet. So that I understand and respect. And then what I said today, I hoped to get some minutes, and I got them, and I wasn't anxious or something like that. I was just I looked forward to coming in, and I really wanted to come in. So it was more like hoping that he was going to call me.
Yeah, for sure. And now my other question is the midfielder kind of has been rotating a little bit at the beginning of these first games. When Luka Moises started there, then Pablo Ruiz came in a couple of times. Now Dylan Griffin started today. Now you sub for him tonight. Do you think having that competition in that midfield helps all of you guys to have a healthy competition going, or is there advantage or disadvantage of having that competition there?
No, I think it's good to have multiple good players for maybe one or two positions, and I think that's part of our job, that you need to make sure that you're the best and that you need to play. And I think the coach is always going to play the players that he thinks he's going to win the game with, so you need to make sure that you're one of those. That's just how it works, I think, in this world.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, congrats on your score. This is your first game. The team was really excited and anxious to score. You come in and you scored. This is going to be part of the memory in your career. Do you have any other experiences similar to this?
I have some. In my whole career, or?
Yeah, in your whole career.
Yeah, I have some. I have some great memories during my career. But yeah, I don't want to like point something out at this moment. I'm just happy that I'm being here, and for me, this is the most important now. And today is 100% one of the highlights in my career, of course.
Yeah, when you coming in, you have some instructions to do something, and usually they say, "Go, do you what you know to do, or go and score." What was the instructions?
The instructions was more like try to get the team into attack, and they didn't specific say to me, okay, come in and score a goal, because it's not, what I just said, it's not really my role to score the goals, maybe to assist or to help other players scoring the goal. So yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Did you even look up before you shot?
I don't think so.
It doesn't look like it.
I was just
Looks
like, come on
take
and
the
just
ball.
hit it. Yeah.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.